Yeah, there we go. Ads? Shouldn't even be ads. Why are there ads? I specifically asked for no ads. Why are there ads? So you turn them off manually, they still fucking play the goddamn things. Can't escape them. Can't get it. It's always going to be there. In your face. Staring at you. Morbidly. Let's see. Wipe that audio. How you guys doing? This cough needs to go away. And the nasal and the cough need to go away. Go away. Ugh, gosh. Thank you, I think. Sick guard voice ASMR. Yeah, just me like sniffing and snot and grumbling about how. Hey Cody, how you doing?
Oh God, 3 months already.
Oh God. I mean, oh God. I'm like, hooray! Yay! 3 months already. Woo! It's like, oh God, it's been 3 months. Bro, at this point, when I take cough syrup, I don't even measure. I know the mouthfeel of the dosage. Just go glug glug glug. To the time that I just ignore the cap, I just chug that bitch. Like, all right, I know the dosage is one cheekful, so I just chug one cheekful, then just slurp it down. So I know I got some troll questions today because I could just kind of look and tell. I was like, this is definitely a troll question because one involves parrots. That's all I know. And I was like, what in the fuck is this? And I keep choking up like mucus. I gotta spit that shit out. I hate it. Alright, let's see here. That is one. I should be able to do this. Yeah, okay. So that's one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. So 1. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Check the spam folder. Because I get pissed when they send you y'all's emails to the spam folder. Like, I have settings set where it shouldn't do that. Still fucking does it. Can't have shit, dude. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll check one more page. That is not one for in the open. Neither is that one. Neither. People do send me emails they do not want on Guard Talks. Like, I have them marked with a little tag. I think we're good. So once I answer these, we have no more things. Well, I figure we'll make some spells together. I'll pull up the document. We can go in and create some things and move some stuff around. Can't have shit in Camp Kick-Ass. Hey, Killjoy, how you doing? Sorry about your bum look this recently, Killjoy. All right. Question.
Emotional damage.
Thank you. Question. If Jesus Christ himself returned and told all of you Americans that they had to give their guns, what would happen? Nothing for me because I'm a pagan. Also, when are you going to start doing more painting mini videos? I need to start doing more of those. Yeah. I kind of fell off the wagon with the mini videos because those take a lot of time. And my recorder is a big sack of shit. And I really need a DSMR camera for the minis because most of the cameras can't really zoom in and pick up the fine details except for those fucking cameras. Like a regular camcorder is great for macro, but horrible for micro. So I gotta get, if I want to do those videos, I have to get a proper camera, and those things are fucking expensive. I was like, oh my god, I want to buy an entire camera just for mini videos. Same time, be dope as shit. But you know, I don't know what would happen if Jesus Christ told the Americans, "Hey, you gotta give up your guns," because that seems like a great trap, doesn't it? Like, oh yeah, thank you, DSLR. Like, oh yeah, Jesus is here. He says, hey, sell all your guns. You don't need this anymore. It's like, That's a weird thing to ask for, specifically. Know what I mean? It's like, Next question. Howdy. I had a couple of questions. I'll be brief. What is Nugget Fest like? I may consider taking the trip to one in the next coming year or two. And what would your best advice be for a brand new GM who doesn't know what system to run or really what? Okay. So Nugget Fest is like a big meetup in the woods where you camp, you eat, and you shoot together. That's really all there is to it. There's some memery going on. It got a bit out of hand this last year, all the memeing. But it's more or less a camp out with friends, and all the friends have guns, and more or less I'll explain like the hour by hour. You arrive whenever you arrive. You set up camp. You mingle for hours on end, and then the range opens. You do a little bit of range time. Then at a certain time, range is called cold, and when the range is called cold, you put all your guns away. You put them in your tent or your car. And once everyone is degunned or properly degunned, as in not really on them, you know what I mean? Usually that's when the drinking begins, and people all drink responsibly. We never had a single issue any year with people drinking and guns. It's been pretty logical standard. You don't do that. So more or less, and then you kind of hang out. You share stories, talk about life, drink with each other, eat with each other, talk about manga and anime or cars and your hobbies or whatever else have you, man. It's basically a giant. It's like at a, you know, like conventions, how there's always like a room party. It's like one giant room party every day. Like every day's the room party. You all sit back and chill and drink and just talk, and it's really, really nice. I always enjoy that aspect of Nugget Fest. As for best advice for a brand new GM, just do it. You just gotta shoot your shot. You gotta get your feet wet. Don't get your feet too wet, mind you. You know, dip your toe in and slowly ease your leg, and don't jump into the fucking deep end. But just get there and do it, bro. Like, just get out there and do it. Just do it. Just find a system and a run, and just start building up your reps as being a GM. That's all there is to it, and that's all you can really do. There's no real cheat for being a GM or DM or CC. You just gotta go in and do it and get her done, and just kind of get with the program. That's literally all you can do. There's no real like easing in the system. You just gotta find a group, feel it out, you know, teeth, and just get through it. Buy guarded DSLR fund. See, the thing is, the things are like $4,000. Like $4,000 for a camera. What the fuck? Like, is there an owner hole in that fucking camera? Is the camera gonna suck my dick while I'm taking pictures? $4,000. What the fuck? You know, I was like, Jesus. Congrats on your Kickstarter, Guard. I hope your voice is doing better by the time you read this. No. After my question, are there any of our myths or whatnot the Veil folk find amusing or offensive? I can imagine that they would find some of them rather amusing, sincerely, blank. They find a lot of our myths horrifying, actually, more than anything else. More or less, a lot of the Veil folk see the human world or Earth as the land of monsters. It's hard to explain it properly, but the Veil folk or Fae folk and humans have completely different mindsets. Like a Fae, like a Fae or a Veil race will get PTSD like 5 times as fast than a human, and the Veil folk who are kind of able to kind of vibe with the warlike aspect are seen as odd, while to us it'd be seen as normal. You know what I mean? But more or less, the Earth is like the land of fucking monsters, bro. Like the humans telling them stories, like what the fuck? 'Cause even though on the Veil world there are gods and there are minor deities and demigods and all that. There are no really, like, the most horrifying things probably Breaking Bud. Like, there are no like cryptids on, you know, the Veil Planet. Like, there are drakes, and drakes are scary, but the amount of, like, there is no Jason. Like, more or less, when the humans are telling the Veil folk about all, like, the horror, like oh yeah, there are, like, demigorgons, or there are Jason or Freddy or the Huntress or whatever, they think those are real. Like, the Veil folk go, what the fuck, these things exist? And, like, you know, they think these are real. And of course the humans don't tell them otherwise. They go, yeah, they're fucking real. And, you know, just to scare the Veil folk. But thematically, though, is that they think these things are real, and for the most part, some of these things are real. There are serial killer-esque beings that were kind of sucked up by, you know, by the Veil, like the Lonely Wolf. I have a few other, like, killer aspects that are currently in the works as, like, a kind of a minor thing in the books, but to the Veil folk, the Earth is seen as the land of monsters and murderers and creatures beyond, you know, design. I do know for sure, I've written somewhere, that the Veil folk find the one god, like, you only have just one guy. So in their mind, it's like, it's a lot of work for one guy, isn't it? Like, that's how they kind of think, because in their world, they can actually talk to it. Like, they can go to a temple and have a chance to actually speak to a god, or, like, have a god. They know the gods exist. Here's their spear. Here's their giant crater where they landed. Or, you know, they have actual miracles happen. Well, for us, it's like, well, there's this one guy. You know, it's like, one? And then, yeah, just one dude. He's up there, you know. So they're kind of like, what the fuck? Because Earth is so backwards to them. You know, there's always monsters running around. There's some hatchet-wielding maniac named Jason that runs around and kills campers. They think that shit's real. So they're like, what the fuck is Earth, dude? Fucking dogs barking. God, my fucking throat. But some are amusing, for sure. Like the Easter Bunny, they find amusing. Like a giant rabbit, really. You know, there are small things they find amusing, but more or less, it's mostly horrifying to them, really. Like, to a Veil folk person, the idea of a tooth fairy is like, it just takes your teeth. Well, what, like, why is it taking the teeth? Like, they want to understand. They want to know, why the hell does this thing need teeth from humans? You know, it's one of those kind of things. This one just says, Chicago guns. Recently, I've been able to get a place of my own in Chicago. That's brave. For the most part, I've had no problems, and I doubt I will have anything major happen. I'm getting a door cam and one for the back. But other than the old bat. Other than the old bat and my grandpa's 22, I'm sitting on nothing. So would it be better to get a pump-action shotgun that everyone knows the sound of and put a blink or two, blank, blank, bird, deer, slug, or is there something... Okay. Or is there something that would be better in a dresser drawer? So here's the thing. I mean... Yeah, that's an odd one. So, Chicago. Chicago fucking sucks. Chicago will arrest you for defending yourself. Let's be quite frank here. Stick to the laws as hard as you can, but for the most part, if you're just in a house, the best thing you can have, in my opinion, for Chicago anyway, is the fuck do you mean a Windussy? Yeah, exactly, Cody. I think for the 1,000 bits. But pistols are, for some fucking reason, really frowned upon in Chicago. Don't know why. So a shotgun's probably your safest bet. And if you're in a house, you want a security shotgun. That's one that's got a pistol grip and a kind of a flared forend, so you can easily pull on it. Same time, you want on this shotgun, you want to have a flashlight on it. Don't do a laser, because even then you won't be able to fucking see anything. Just have a shotgun, a flashlight, and a pistol grip. And what the grip does is, people are like, well, why do I need a fucking pistol grip? Well, the pistol grip allows anyone to use it, because you can kind of shove the buttstock under your armpit and still grip that shotgun and be able to control it. So a child, a wife, a husband can all use the exact same shotgun. That's why that pistol grip's there. If it wasn't there, it'd be a bit more difficult for like a child or a I don't want to say a woman, but like a less inclined gun toting woman to be able to like control that very slick shotgun. With the pistol grip, it allows you to kind of brace it. As for the blank, don't do blanks. And don't do a slug, for God's sake. Slugs will go through the fucking walls. Don't fucking do that. Just get buckshot. Okay, just aim for buckshot. Since you're in Chicago, lots of buildings. Don't do buck and ball. Don't do a deer slug. don't do slugs. Don't do mini balls. Don't do goofy shit. Don't do blanks. If blanks will just get you fucking killed. Don't do bird shot. It's not enough. Use goose shot or buckshot. That way it won't go completely through your fucking walls and kill your neighbor beside you, or fly your fucking front window and blast some dude in a fucking car. Okay. You could do beanbags, I guess, but beanbags are technically less than lethal, I suppose. At the same time, you can still crack someone's fucking neck up with a fucking beanbag. And beanbags are, you can find them for sure, but ask yourself, do you want to risk that guy getting back up and shooting the fucking chest, or you want to kill your target? You know, because say you do shoot a beanbag, right? Say you're in Chicago, you go blam blam blam, hit a guy with fucking 3 beanbags, and you break his fucking ribs. He's just gonna sue you now. Like, if they're dead, they can't sue. A dead criminal is a far easier criminal to handle than one's like, oh my god, my ribs are broken, I'll sue. Because this is America. Everyone's like litigation happy. The dead can't sue. Or sorry, the dead can't sue. So if they're dead, it's not a problem. So keep that in mind. They'll be fine. I had reached out to you before, never heard back. Could I get art feedback from you? Have a nice night. Yeah. No problem. I wish you put the art in the email. But yeah, I guess, but yeah. So, Mr. Reach, I'll say that much. You could send me art feedback and I give it to you. That's not a problem. I'm kind of sad. You reached out before, never heard back. That's probably spam folder again. God, I hate that fucking spam, because it'll bury emails in the spam folder under actual spam, and I won't fucking see them. It's really annoying. But yeah, I'll give you art feedback. Hi, Guard. I was wondering if you could give any advice for the first time DM running the VR TTRPG. I'm running the game with the beta manuals for 3 players who have no experience playing RPGs. However, they seem to be doing pretty well and having fun. My experience is only 5e, cringe, I know. As a player so far, we've ran Session 0 and Session 1. They've told me they're having fun, or at least they haven't brought up any issues they have so far. I've been writing quite a bit of the story ahead in order to give myself an outline going forward, but I don't want to feel like I'm railroading them. My main issue is coming up with side quests that aren't functionally fetch quests, X go here, deliver package, etc. So any tips on being a good CC? Again, there's no real good tips. It's to be hot on your improv and light on your feet when you're designing these games for these people. For instance, like side quests. I mean, my fucking nose is full of snot. Fuck. Suffering. So yeah. Gosh, side quests. There are all kinds you can do. Not just fetch quests, but like hold and secure quests, go and find quests, interrogate quests, bodyguard quests. I love to torture players with bodyguard quests. If you guys haven't noticed, the Remnants game is basically a very long, painful bodyguard quest. There's also quests where you can go and explore certain areas. Like you say, hey, even tasked to go just find out what's in these fucking woods. You can kind of have them bop around an RP for a couple days, like RL days. I've been kind of making camp, looking around, finding things, litter like mysterious objects through the woods or like ruins, or whatever have you. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Just Googling like how to entertain my players can have you days of reading material. Side quest. Yeah, I mean, you can basically find a ship. You find a river. Follow the river. You've been tasked by someone else to go guard a party or a interrogation or a parlay. There's all kinds of ways to, you know, pad out the experience. It's just knowing which is the best fit for the current situation and players themselves. Yeah, it just depends, really. It's hard to really say them all, because there's so many fucking side quests you can do. Like, go on Google, and I guess Reddit, if you feel brave enough, and kind of look at how to entertain players. As for railroading, don't feel... There's railroading on a single track and having like 7 tracks they can kind of railroad themselves onto and kind of go in between. Hey, Cody, how you doing? But yeah, also, I'm going to put in the book, make sure they have multiple sets of D6, D4, D10, D12. Apparently a lot of folks just bring one set because they're used to fucking D&D. Have like at least 4 of each dice set except for a D20, you know. As for ticks and trips for any DM or CC or GM, just be light on your feet and keep thinking of things for your characters to do or your players to do. Have a journal or have a notepad or have a Word document where as you're sitting there, you can go, oh, maybe that. And you type it in or write it down and have it there. You can go, okay, I have them do this, you know. So it's really all you can really do is just kind of be prepared and be aware and be well stocked on ideas. It's about all you can do, really. What's wrong, Cody? What's going on? Been better, why? Next one. 10 questions. Jesus Christ. Alright. Question for Guard Bro. How much would you have to be paid for to stream yourself trying to play a Souls game? Oh my god, Souls games. Flat tire? I have been there, Cody. I fucking hate flat tires. In my truck, it's a half-ton jack. I get so many flat tires because of the road I live on. I have a half-ton fucking jack in my truck and a whole set for changing tires because I hate flat tires that fucking much. I don't like Souls games. I don't vibe with them. And I guess if you want to watch me suffer and play a Souls game, I don't know. It'd be a lot because I wouldn't be enjoying myself. It's like saying, Garbro, eat this really spicy chicken wing, but just keep eating chicken wings. But I don't like the spice. Don't care. Keep eating them. I like watching you sweat. That's literally what you're asking for. And it'd just be like, it'd be a lot of money. Maybe you have like sigh, boot the game up and play it. Oh my god, I do not like Souls games. Wouldn't come off. What do you mean wouldn't come off? Like off the lugs? Or off your hub? Like how the fuck's that work? What are some tips for someone starting their own fantasy world building? Start with a non-original concept and then flesh it out in an original way. You'll be at a loss and struggle to try and make something truly original unless you completely break it down piece by piece. It's we're in the year 2023, children, and there are a lot of stories and a lot of worlds out there, and it's very, very hard to be original. The best thing you can do is try to do an original take on something. Like, for me, as people point out, both cheekily and not in jest, my thing's based off of Gate. I just made it better. So find something that's established and think, how could I make this better? Or how could I make this worse? Or has this been done before? You know, kind of go in that particular way. Stuck as hell? What the fuck? Is it bound? Like, is a tire bound to your fucking hub? Like, did a bearing get too hot and fucking friction weld your shit together? How the fuck? See Gar play Tarkov? God, I fucking hate Tarkov too. It was so boring. Would you look into maybe do a review of the book Vermis? As an indie art project based on 90s dark fantasy games that's basically a video game guide for a game that doesn't exist. But apart from immaculate art, it would have a lot of good ideas to take as modules for a RPG game. Oh, okay. I'll look at it. How do you write Lovecraftian horror and actually make it scary? I've been pondering over it, as most of what could be done to make it terrifying has already been done or just a derivative of another old trope. How do you write Lovecraftian horror yourself? Lovecraftian horror. It's usually C themed, it seems like. I wonder when you Google Lovecraft. Let's see. Lovecraftian horror. Sometimes used interchangeably with cosmic horror, is a subgenre of horror fiction and weird fiction that emphasizes the horror of the unknowable and incomprehensible, more than gore or other elements of shock. I see. How would I write it? It's harder to write horror in a word form, like with a comic book or a movie. It's quite easy to do cosmic horror. How do you write cosmic horror? So more or less, you have to be very on your game with just the words you would use. And would have to kind of reduce the antagonists and protagonists, because mostly all based on humans. We have to kind of show that humans are completely helpless to the thing around them, like being deep, dark underwater or like heavy fog. Think of the things that always unsettle people, and it's usually the things we can't see or hear, like. yeah, the buy. That's about right. But yeah, dread, man, it's a fear of the unknown. Like, it's like, for me, what freaks me out is, number one, deep water. When I look down, say I'm, God forbid, sitting in a huge fucking lake that's like really big, like Lake Erie big, and I look down and I can't see shit, and I don't know what's below my feet. That's when, for me, the dread kicks in. Or helplessness. Like, you're a sailor in a single life buoy, bobbing out in the ocean at the whims and mercy of the sea and the things that live in it. For me, that'd be terrifying. Like, sitting there wondering, am I going to fall asleep and slip out of this fucking life buoy? Am I going to be sitting here on this life buoy and someone's going to tag my fucking leg? Helplessness is by far the worst form of, well, not the worst, but like the worst form of dread. Like, you can't do anything. You're simply just there. You have to kind of like deal with what's going around you. Dread is very hard to write. When I write dread, I try and put in the emotion of, if I don't do something, someone is going to die, or I am going to die. And you have to add an aspect of impending doom, real tangible doom. It's why a lot of like mangas get boring, because you realize, oh, this guy's never going to be in danger. It's boring. You know, it's really hard to put into words, really. Like cosmic horror, or Lovecraftian horror, or true horror, being at the mercy and whims of something that's far more powerful than you. And you have to simply hope that won't catch you. And when you're writing it, you have to fully display in the character you're writing those feelings that the person would actually be feeling, you know, like goosebumps, or pee trickling down someone's thigh, or sweat perspiring in the back of their neck, or cold chills, the shiver of impending doom. Because I don't know, not a lot of folks ever felt that feeling of when you realize you are staring at death. I've done it a few times, and it's a very strange, it feels like your skin is shattering like ice. It cascades down your skin, and it kind of comes before goosebumps when you realize that, oh my God, I am staring at death. And it's hard to put into words, really, and it's why it requires talented writers. Like, what was the most safe for work version of my near-death experiences? Besides that fucking creepy-ass ghost hunting trip in that fucking graveyard. What's something that's tangible? Oh, the bear. The bear. I was out on a solo hike in Colorado, because I thought I was completely fine. I had a borrowed sidearm. It was fine. I go on a hike, and I realized around 6 o'clock on the way back, it was a little day hike, not staying out. I had a backpack full of water and shit. But walking back, I was in front of a bear, and I was like, I stopped, I was like, ooh, and this bear saw me and looked at me, and that's when because the bear like the bears are this weird like little chuff, they kind of chuff things like because the bear was going, I see you, I know you're there, you know, like that kind of shit. I remember like being frozen, like my hand was on this Glock, and I was frozen on it, and I realized like sitting there, that feeling washed over me like crackling ice shattering along my skin. Like, oh my god, this could be it. Like, this could be the last day I am here. I could be bear food. I remember like that feeling, that horrifying focus on the fact that if I fuck this up, I am dead, because I'm staring at a bear like 3 times my fucking weight. Thankfully, the bear like kind of like stepped towards me a few times. I pulled my gun out and fired and hit the dirt right in front of it, and the bear went, oh fuck, and the bear kind of ran off. But like I remember like falling to my knees because like I didn't breathe like the entire time, and I was so scared I forgot to breathe manually, and I fell to my knees and I kind of like realized I was seized up so tight I wasn't breathing. The other time would be when I was getting, we're working security, and like I was driving at me, you know, because we're trying to block the this parking garage so he couldn't get out. And being this other guy, he's a Latino dude. We were kind of standing in front of the exit, and we both had our PR-24s out, but we were told don't shoot at him because he was a what was it? He was a mental risk, and they're like, hey, don't shoot at him, just try and stop him. Well, this guy in his fucking Corolla is going and running down the exit ramp of the 2nd level towards us. I remember staring down that car, you know, and the headlights are blah, blah. It was the bouncing headlights that blah, blah. And when the second bounce, wow, I realized that this guy is still gunning it, and he's not slowing down. So, like, I remember pulling back that PR-24. This is the collapsible one I had before it got ruined. But pulling back to throw it, I remember that same chill falling down my skin. I was like, if I fuck this up, I'm gonna die. It's that weird kind of it's that weird kind of impending dread, impending doom. It's hard to explain. Favorite yet underrated Asian dish that isn't ramen or any of the other basic popular dishes. Favorite underrated Asian dish. Hot pot, I think. Yeah. Because I wouldn't call it a basic dish. There's not a lot of hot pot places around the States, but I love fucking hot pot. Hot pot with bok choy and what's that radish they have? It's a big ass radish. Hold on, Japanese radish. Daikon, yeah. So like daikon hot pot is pretty good. I like that. I fucking love daikon hot pot. We have other questions. What is the current status of the Veil as we know it? From what I understand, the Veil is a single location which was destroyed after Prusik sabotage, but is now broken as Ramilla described it. I assume it can't be held in one place at any one time, making the fit. So basically, what's happening is that the Fae are having to try and wrangle it into place. And they can only do that for so long. So they wrangle the place, try and shove shit through it, for the thing breaks loose again. It's trying to like, it's like having a ferret, like a really angry, pissed off ferret covered in fucking petroleum jelly. You're trying to hold this ferret. So say this ferret has like a property where if you hold on to it, you can get $1, right? So they're struggling to hold onto this fucking ferret. The ferret doesn't want to be fucking held. The ferret's like wiggling and biting and trying to get away. So in order to shove shit through the Veil, like tanks and aircraft, they're trying to wrangle magically this Veil into place and hold it there, so they can shove shit through. But eventually, the Veil breaks loose. It goes ping-ponging off into around Earth, trying to like, because technically the Veil itself is alive, and it's trying to do its own thing. It has its own machinations, because the kind of the binding area that it was bound to got exploded, so it's kind of like bouncing around to where it wants to go. So more or less, when the Fae forces are like, okay, we have 6 Abrams stacked up and 2 choppers. Let's get this thing, you know, like grab the veil. So they all channel and summon and hold that veil in place. And while they have it in place, you know, they're kind of counting down until this thing's going to break loose, and they start shoving through material and troopers. They're trying to just kind of rush them right through to the fucking veil before it breaks loose. Seduce Mothman. That's about right. The southern continent, more or less, they moved it further west. So they kind of like, they moved that shit west towards more like friendly areas. So more or less, they kind of like, they packed up their toys and moved the entire southern continent west. It's now kind of like a pseudo island in a way. What kind of draconian laws or curfews have the Fae put in place after humanity's rebellion and easily destruction of the 10th of the planet and the death of 1 billion people? I am imagining the humans within the Fae's zones of influence that live akin to humanity under the combined rule of Half-Life 2. Yeah, so more or less, they know that these beings they've been given kind of like, you know, molding in the paratroopers are very combative, to say the least. So more or less, there are the you call them like the human loyalists, and then the human freedom factions, where like the loyalists they wear the collars, or they use the contracts, and they kind of sell themselves to the Fae, and then those humans try to control the other humans. They're currently like, don't fucking touch me. What the fuck's going on? You know, because they don't like being controlled, like as Americans do in, like, you know, Africa and that kind of place. Like, what the fuck is going on? Don't fucking touch me, you know. And basically, they're trying to press gang more humans, and because basically the collars and the contracts can only be worn willingly. Only willing people can, you know, take part in that kind of magic. And the humans themselves are like, I'm not going to fucking fight for you, fuck you. So they have to try and like press gang these humans into taking these collars or these contracts for better food, better housing, clean water, that kind of thing, you know. So they're kind of like twisting the screws on humanity to try and gain compliance in a way. And it'd be very much like, you know, East Berlin or the Combine, or a kind of semi-feudal system, you know, because same time, the Fae do need fuel. They do need food. They need their grains. You know, so they still need farmers. Still need oil drillers. So they're kind of working on a semi-feudal system. That's, you know, that's kind of like, you know, kind of that way. Just move to a continent, yeah, yeah, just move to a continent. What is the state of the Fae Queen as of now? For what many characters have said, she's barely alive or some kind of elevated being that's often referred to as a thing more than an actual ruler. So, the Fae Queen, I believe I actually have her name here. I need to I actually use that more in the next book. I keep forgetting to do that. Give me 1 second here. Let's see here. Because more or less, the Fae Queen has, in a way, elevated herself beyond simple Faedom. She has absorbed certain energies to make her kind of like a step above, like a demigod in a way. She's kind of 3/4 of the way to being an actual god herself. Just one little bitty thing kind of holding her back, and she's kind of like a how do I explain this? She's like in terms of power level, like a god that's fallen from grace, except she's trying to ascend to that grace. And to do that, she's got a few more things she needs to do. When she crippled Cringe, she kind of hoovered up some of that godly essence in a way. It's why Cringe was so fated, because she got hoovered so hard by the Fae Queen, as well as some other things she's done that I can't really you know, say, or else it'll kind of ruin the storyline. You know, I don't want to say too much too early and kind of ruin the journey in a way. Let's see here. Savras, Queen's Gateway. shit. It's when they're I'm bored. It's when they're in the library. Hold on. I got Suzy call her the queen. I stopped using her fucking name, which is a huge faux pas I shouldn't have done. Let's see here. Yeah, Imra Allure was talking about it. 1 second here. I think it's Uthari. Let's see. Sorry for the side tangent, boys. The divines suck in a way, yeah. Yeah, so Queen Uthari. So Uthary. So basically so Uthari was a queen, a regular fake queen, but she kind of like got a bit of that suck from cringing, got that like godly essence in her. So she's a little above a normal fae. Well, she's way high and above a normal fae. She's just below like an actual like god. So she's a whole other kind of being right now. Fae were never meant to be gods in terms of the grand design of life for most things. The Fae weren't supposed to be gods. The Fae were supposed to be an in-between of the gods and the regular mortal things. Because Fae don't really age. Fae don't really die of old age. They can die, but they don't fade away due to age. Her name is ugly. Well, it fits her personality then, doesn't it? But more or less, the Fae were supposed to be a intermediary between the gods and the regular Veil folk. They never meant to be or try to seize godhood. So it's kind of like they're kind of like perverting their divine purpose in a way. You know what I mean? So she's kind of breaking the rules out of greed, self-greed, a greed of power. She wants for herself that real celestial, goodness all the gods have, the power to create, the power to do this and that and this, So Uthari wants to have this godly power that was never her. It was never meant to be hers in the first place, or any phase. Is that right, Cody? So she's trying to kind of steal her way to godhood, and kind of be a god, the god of gods. She wants to rule the entire pantheon. For Uthari, she don't want to be the middleman. She wants to be the man who calls the shots at the gods and the Fae and the Veil folk. She wants that power. What does the terms Orden uses to refer to humans means? Also, what do you think Orden would sometime be down to talking to any of the humans himself? He seems like the kind of layback god to not mind sharing a few pints with. Yeah, so Orden is a very, very old Veil dwarf pantheon. 1 second. I saw a wild Java thing there. So I was wondering, what kind of starts are available to the players in the TTRPG, and how would you recommend going about a non-auxiliary start? So there are different starts. There are fantasy starts, there are boot camp starts, and then the mercenary starts. I'm going to be outlining those a lot more in the books. I have to go ahead and type out a lot more stuff in the books still. Now I'm working on that. I do. I know there is the boot camp start, and you can start as a merc or straight up outside the auxiliary or chosen children factions, but how would you recommend going about a non-auxiliary start? So more or less, you would do it as either a press gang in terms of a Southern Elf start, or simply hey, there's some cool shit these guys have. So you could start in a regular adventurers guild, or a like civil guild, or a civil guard guild, and go, hey, these guys have awesome shit. All right, and I want some of those guns. And you kind of work your way from there. I did it with the campaign with Maverick and Alphonse and a few of the others. They started out in a fantasy setting, and they wanted guns. Like, man, I want some of those fucking guns. So all the characters had the exact same desires. They wanted guns and to do cool shit. So they got together and then went out and tried to find those guns. That's how I would do it, Or they want to find this mythical thing called a grenade. You know, they can kind of start out there. Crotch spawn, yes, she does, fighter guy. So I believe Orden uses the word. That's in the first book, I think, in the after action report. Yeah. Let's see. Scroll this. The Vilkingi. So when Orden calls the humans Orgul Vilkingni, more or less, he's kind of hearing or remembering what they called themselves. It's a play on word of an actual human word. The queen fucks. Yes, the queen. There's a fake king, and the queen fucks. That's the thing. Yes, she in fact does fuck. So Orden actually kind of, I don't want to say this. Orden went on a walkabout. Okay, he's one of the few gods to have gone across the veil to go see what is going on across this thing. So Orden went across and found humans in the northern European hemisphere. That's the joke. Wink, wink. Odin. Y'all with it now. And of course, Orden's like, yo, what the fuck are these things? You know, like so picture like this dwarven god, like, what the fuck are these things? Who the fuck are you? You know, he's trying to talk to these humans who are like, what the fuck is this thing? And of course, Orden, while a dwarf, is still a very large, huge dwarf. He's a dwarf god, so he's a very tall dwarf. He's like, what the fuck is this? And like, what the fuck is that? So Orden went on like a walking vacation on Earth for a couple of years. So the Elf Queen fucks. Yes, they do flash. Yeah, so the Orgul Vilkingni is what he calls the humans he met. These odd little furry folk who are running around with ships, you know, that kind of shit. Let's see here, other questions. Will you someday make an entire map of the continent? Yes, I'm already working on it. I'm working in Incarnate to make an entire map. Yeah, so I'm making a whole entire map of the Veil world on Incarnate for the book is being made. But yeah, that is a thing I'm doing. Oh goodness, I got fucking cough medicine and burps. It's awful tasting. I'm a very tall midget. I mean, in a way, not what he said, but still. Freshness of blood. Oh my god, here we go. It's measured in seconds. So as the blood is spilled, the essence of the world that gives magic the ability to be starts immediately evaporating and seeping from the blood itself. So all you guys like, just put in a blood bag, yada yada yada. It's bleeding out. So only the flesh holds that stuff in place. Why? Because magic says so. Magic says, you know what, this flesh is a barrier. We're good with this. Once it leaves the flesh, like even with a nosebleed, there are magicians who will have a nosebleed and cast magic on accident. Like, it just is what it is. Yeah, just seconds. So the Goliath, the gods are still perplexed by Goliath. So like what do you? Because the gods know you guys should not be here. You know, it's like, where are you guys for? What's going on? And the Goliaths are like, I don't know, because more or less how they got dragged across was so violent and unwanted, it kind of like just fucked their brains up. And like, I don't know how I got here, you know. Like for the Goliath, they had to like learn a whole new language, a whole new way to live, find a place to be. They're like basically transients, like forced transients. Yes, bleeding yourself to cast. So basically, you're having to pierce your flesh and expose this blood, this magical blood, to the air, and then kind of use it to cast the magic. Because now the magical blood is exposed, the magic is bleeding from your blood. You can kind of use it to cast the magic. The essence is out and around. It's around you. Yes. So more or less, as they were cutting those throats, it was being funneled right to where the magic was. They were literally casting the magic as they were slitting throats. Because more or less, they were basically pumping that shit right to where it was going. And because of the fact they're pumping it to where it needed to be to cast the magic, They needed more blood, because as the blood's traveling from the slit location to the casting location, it's losing that sweet magical goodness. So they're having to cut and slit blood by the gallon or hundreds of gallons just to keep powering the spell, because from point A to point B, that blood is losing power as it travels along, you know, the system they had set up. So that's one thing. There is a kind of like ink. What the ink does is simply slows down the deterioration of the magic itself. It's more or less, you bleed, you add the ink immediately. You're literally adding the blood as you're adding the ink, and the ink kind of like think of the ink as like magical formaldehyde.
To be fair, I assume if there was a workaround for the blood thing, the Fae would know and use it.
Yeah, like remember how in the book they explained the giant, like the black oil from the ground. Let's see here, it should be somewhere in the chapters here. I mentioned black oil. Let's see, black. Well, I thought I did. Black water, perhaps. What I call it. But more or less, the Fae were kind of like blasting this shit. Where the hell is it? I call it oil, I call it water. It was in the second book. Fuck. Now, do be advised that eventually the lore will refine itself. You know, I am just a fucking amateur doing this shit. Yes, actually, you can personality, yes. So say you wanted to, like, not expose the fact you're casting magic. You could literally bite the inside of your fucking lip or your tongue and cause that to bleed and then to cast the magic. But yes, so this now the ink is very expensive. Don't get me wrong. It's not like very common. Where the fuck did I even talk about that shit? God damn it. What have been yet? This was first introduced, was it? God, I'm so far ahead in these books, I can't think back. Dwarven Agni Umingi is a kind of stone. So the Agni Umingi is a kind of stone they harvest. Now, the core of this planet isn't iron or nickel. The core of this planet is more or less magic MacGuffin, if you will. Like the power of life is the core of this planet. And the deeper down you get towards the core of the planet, the more you get down, the more, I guess you could say, soaked the rock is. So the dwarves, mining, found this kind of stone ore that's kind of like soaked with this life essence of the earth, a very thin layer of it. So they're able to kind of like harvest this kind of like very magic wet rock. Is that how you say it? Magic wet rock, I guess it works. But Agni Umingi is a very magic wet rock, to where when they inscribe the runes into it, they can power the runes with the rock instead of blood. It's a relatively new thing and really hard to get. You gotta mine way down deep to get that fucking rock. You know what I mean? Not wet, but like magic wet. Like it's soaked in magic. It's very wet with magic. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Words are hard. Okay. If woman's on the rag, will that work? I mean, technically yes. If her blood is rich enough, it would work. Like, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side because she can cast magic on the go. You know, but we don't really call that a bonus. Let's see, translation. I had a name for that shit. I'm pretty sure I did. T-R-A-N-S. Imbued, thank you. It's very imbued. Imbued, the other kind of wet. Imbued, there it is. That's the word. Imbued with magic. That's the word. I don't know, wet sounded better to me in my head. I don't know. I got a text of a question. Let's see here. For the guard question thing. Pretzels with cheese or chips and salsa. Now look, I understand that people love pretzels and cheese, but I'm going to be fair here. Pretzels and mustard is so much better, okay? A hot, salty pretzel with like sweet mustard is so good. Cheese just drowns out the taste of pretzel. So in this particular thing, I would prefer pretzels with mustard over chips and salsa. But if I had pretzels and cheese or chips and salsa, I would choose chips and salsa because it's still tangy and spicy, you know. I just don't like liquid cheese too much. I think it's kind of mid, very mid. Let's see, translation. Okay. Let's see. Well, that remember that the amulet is an artifact. Okay, so the amulet is an enchanted artifact, so it will behave differently with blood. So keep that in mind. It's not just a regular amulet; it's an enchanted amulet that's gonna, that's gonna do things differently than regular stuff. Now, what did I call that shit? It's like a black magical ink they use. God damn it. So I need a wiki. I got too much things to track. Let's see. What the hell was that ink called? God damn it. Yes, and there's little bottles. So basically, I wrote in that she had these little bottles of blood, right? So there's a little. Well, it's why they gave Yethis to Yule, so he always had fresh blood to use, because bottled blood with this ink they won't last as long or be as good than fresh stuff. And again, it requires this magical ink to kind of keep that blood from deteriorating too fast. And I guess I do suppose that if you had a glass jug and enough ink, you could technically kind of store the blood in a big ass, if you're rich enough, I guess, if you had enough money to. Like when Yethis gave Yule those little vials full of that ink and blood, those are like 500 gold a piece. Like that's a lot of money he had in his hands. Like this is like they're throwing big cash at Yule in the beginning. Hey Sticky, how you doing? So when Yule had those little vials of blood to put in the amulet, he's holding like 500 gold in his hand. Like, those are very expensive vials due to the ink. So I suppose if you had another enchanted item, which would cost money, of course, so it's not gonna be free, an enchanted item or stone or jewel or I guess vial, I don't think. Well, they don't have plastic yet, so blood bags aren't a big thing. Like, so I guess could you enchant plastic? I don't think you could, actually. Working off my headcanon, I think plastic's too foreign to enchant, because it's like fossil stuff, or like too refined, I would say. To me, it would be like glass could work, stone could work, but plastic's too refined to like work with magic properly. It's too advanced. So say you have like a big ass fucking glass jar and enough money to have enough ink, you could, I guess, technically store blood for a certain amount of time for big magics. Because where are my fucking notes? God damn it! I have so many fucking PDFs and documents. like when the Fae were channeling that magic blood towards the fucking. I wrote it somewhere. God damn it! But like basically, I wrote some character saw them pumping black water towards the veil. That was that ink. They're pumping that ink towards the veil to help keep that blood going. Where did I write that shit? God damn it. It's gonna bug me now because I mentioned it on purpose. Because some of you guys thought it was oil. Like I remember, like, because some of you guys were like, oh my god, the veil has oil. Like, it's not oil. I mentioned it on purpose. Where is that shit? It's gonna bug me now. Was it rolling in Alberdand? I don't think it was. It's gonna bug me now. Black Water. Not black water. Black oil. Black. God damn it. Man, I wrote that somewhere. I know I did. I did it on purpose. Because like, I was reporting, hey, I saw this bunch of black shit coming out of the fucking ground. I know I wrote that. Where did... Damn it. It's on there somewhere. Black blood? Is that... No. The brush feather. Yeah, I'm here with that chapter. I'm trying to figure out where the hell he... Because it's while they're bleeding people. Black blood? No, not black blood. God, what did I fucking write? It's gonna bug me now. Anyway, it's the ink. It's this fucking ink substance. True Earth ink? Is that what I said?
I think you said it when Yule was meeting the races at IML Norris.
Okay, one second. Let's go to the first book then. Isn't talking to the writer so much fun when he's trying to balance 3 different fucking books in his head? Gravestone! Thank you for getting 5 subs. Thank you, buddy. 169A. Yeah, I did type black. It's pulling up. Hold on. I thought it was ink. True Earth ink. I typed in ink and I didn't see anything. Or might have fucking too much cough syrup. Who knows? Okay. Isolate from other words. Ink. Let's see. True. I'm gonna look up True EAR. Ah, it was called True Earth Ink. Aha! Thank you, Spartan. Yep, okay, I found it. Yeah, so it's on page 93. It's basically, Yule's talking to Yethis. So Yethis pulls out her little knife and slices her finger and pulls out True Earth ink. She slices her finger open, put the True Earth ink first inside the amulet, and then put her finger into the amulet and let it bleed in. That's what it was. Let's see here. Yeah, True Earth ink. That's what it was. I know. I created something. I created something to make the blood last longer. And I knew it. Thank you. True Earth ink. True Earth ink. Thank you. Fucking Spartan. Yeah, she's a clean blood. That's what it was. She has very thick, powerful blood. Yeah, True Earth ink. That's what it was. I'll likely go in after a couple of years and redo the first and second book because the format's absolute dog shit. Guard, you wrote the black water on book 1 when Chickley went into the Vale base and got shot with the blue helmets. Is that what it was? God. Because you guys remember, like, I'm already like 4, 5, 6, 7 books ahead in my mind. I'm already zooming by this shit. Step 1, make my blood ink. Step 2, step 3, profit. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so it's in the first book. We're here with that. And it was... You know, I looked... black water. Black... I typed in black water and no results come up. What the fuck did I write? God damn it, what the fuck? Type in Vale base, see what that pops up as. Vale base, let's see. But okay, that's nothing there. I got it. Is it water? Everyone's favorite pureblood doing? What pureblood are you talking about? Okay, 74 waters. Oh, God, I can't look through all those. on stream. Anyway, it's the ink. It's a True Earth ink. So the ink is simply like a naturally occurring, more or less, ink. It's a very, very special ink to kind of like. It's kind of like a runoff from like certain plants and that kind of shit that's kind of stored in the ground. Think it was like not really pockets of oil. That's a wrong term because it's further above the water table than that. It's like God, what's a good analog for that? You want out? Okay, I'll let you out. I'll let you out. There you go, darling. Oh, Yethis. Yethis is coming back in the next book. I'm bringing more of the old crew back in for the third book. But yeah, it's like not some kind of fungus. It's like a secretion that just comes together under the soil in these little pockets. And you got like. You know, like how they're like truffle hounds or truffle pigs? They have animals that go and find those pockets of True Earth ink because it smells funny to them. There's too much fucking lore. Too much lore. I hate being creative. Good old black goop. That's right. Good old black goop. God bless this black goop. Okay, let's go. Let's make some spells before I go insane. Let's go here. Here we go. Okay. Let me ask the boys in chat. Do you guys want to make some discoverable spells or some manual spells? Because there are two kinds. The spells in the manual are given. You know about them. The books, the spells in the CC manual are like hidden spells. Gold to lead. Let's go to get arrested. Any weird tabs? No. Okay. Well, there's one weird tab. I'll take care of that one. There we go. So in the book, there are hidden magics and spells. These are certain magics that can be found and discovered by those who did not learn them in their apprenticeships or may not have been available in the regular manual. As a CC, you should be allude to these spells existing and allowing your players to go out and discover these spells by study, talking to other warcasters, or even hunting down books. These spells require at least 4 skill points spent in spellcraft and 2 SP spent in magical aptitude. Oh. Hype train, I guess. Is that what's going on? Yeah, whatever it's called. So I had one I was thinking about. Wow, thanks, Google Doc, for fucking this table up already. God damn it. Ugh. But like some of the spells, right? There's like a call to arms, which is kind of like a boosting spell. Advanced healing, assassin's friend, blood enhanced weapon, blood magic absorption, which is pretty fun. Blood magic interception, blood named, blood scrying, blood theft, bodily scrying, born anew predator. This is like the shape shifting spell where you can kind of do druidic things. Breath theft, call of the gloom, caviculation, clothing illusions, cup of enticement, a deity evocation, dive, emboldened armor, ever-filling bowl, fire herding, Fenitri's dance, form transition, glaive of itis, greater elemental pulse, healing pulse, hold flesh, howl of the snow, ice spear, life inhalation, ire of root, item tracing, kiss of allure, cringe's fury, leap, Lugi's lights, you know, that other kind of shit. Veil Auxiliaries made? What do you mean, Veil Auxiliaries made? I don't understand what that question. Let's see here. I had one about... Look how Google Doc... This is what I'm getting mad about, right? Google Doc will just fuck things up on purpose, it seems like. What is happening here? Google Doc, you piece of shit. Let's go. What is this? What is this? God damn it. Ugh! What is going on here, dude? Look at this. God. Mangy. Let's do a clear. Drag. Clear formatting. I might be able to change this. I cannot clear formatting. There we go. Clear formatting. Oh, look at that. It's fucking changed. fuck. Hey, how about I reformat this thing for you? Oh, thanks, Goldock, you piece of shit. Ugh. Mental entrapment, mental mimicry. It was involved with lightning. What was it? I mean, we're getting there right now. Like I'm trying to make new spells they would probably, you know, think of with the auxiliaries. Let's see here. So if you guys have any spell ideas, let's put them in chat, and we'll talk them over. Let's see. What was it? So, you know, pulse bounce. That's what it was. Pulse bounce. A B C D E F G. Here we go. Pulse bounce. I'll move my mic above my head here. I'm gonna sound a bit different. Short range teleport. Like teleport themselves or a group, because there is technically a group spell, but I don't know about like a short range groups teleport, like a personable perhaps. Form winged serpent summons a goose. I summon Cobra Chicken. What the fuck? Teleport themselves. Okay. 1 second here. Let's see. Pulse. I found a cool word for electricity. What was it? Pulsing charge. What it was. For 15 HP and 4 AP. You. Let's see. Okay, so what I had an idea is a kind of not chain lightning, but you can control how many times the pulses dance, right? Love what name? What is it? Stroke Talker? What the fuck? Stroke Talker? That sounds like a weirdly sexual thing. This one's gotta have a table though. Insert table. There'll be a HP value and then a reducement value. We'll do that many for now. Let's see here. Make sure I don't spoil the books or anything. Let's see how to do it for these spells. There's a roll and a target. Okay, yeah. Roll value and number of pulses. Okay, it's called Scrambled Eggs. Grace of Orion. Orion? Why Orion? Is there? I think there's a god named Orion. Oop, wrong book. Yeah, we're getting Orion from. So there's no veil deity named Orion. So roll value we'll do 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 15, and we'll add one more for. No. We'll do a cascading value. Yeah, cascading value. We'll do insert row below. We'll do 1 to 6, and then 7 to 9. Oops. What's going on here? Interview. There you go. 7 to 9. Oh, hotkey. That's what it is. That's annoying. 7 to 9. 10 to 11. No, we'll do 1 to 6, 7 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and we'll do 21 plus. That'll do. Go ahead and delete that row. What jump spell, Cody? Like, I don't think there's a jump spell, is there? I don't think there is. Or is there a jump spell? Darkness, explosion, fog of war, HIJ. I don't see a jump spell in here, brother. I don't need to make one. Oh, from 5e. Oh, okay. So explain to me what this jump spell is so bad with. Like how would you fix the jump spell exactly? Let's see here. Ah, I know what we'll do. This is one we're going to reward small pulses. So we'll do 5d10 each target. And then 2 pulses of energy. That jumps between 4 targets. Dealing... I'll do it like this first, actually. Take that away. Dealing D to each target. Ah, there you go. Done. So I'll take this, go paste. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Oop, 10. There we go. So 1 pulse is 5d10. This does 4d10. This does 3d10. This does 2d10. This is 1d10. Now it's all balanced out. Nothing too crazy there. The 5e jump doesn't let you move farther. Is just lets you jump for more of your movement. What? Question guard, can you use a blade's weapon with a healing salve on it and refuse to use brawn or cunning damage? I don't understand what are you trying to heal yourself with your fucking knife by cutting yourself? Is that what you're trying to do here? So 2 targets, 4 targets, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that way if you're trying to burst this out to more targets, it does less damage but hits more targets. That seems pretty well balanced for me, I think. Not bad for only 4 AP. Because you go, you know, 1 pulse, bing bing. Oh, I'll do 4 HP. Sacrifice HP and 4 AP. There you go. That makes sense. So it should cast like Fireball. What else do we need? Let's work out this jump spell exactly. Actually, I have leap right here. Or someone has leap right here. Someone put leap in here. It might have been pirate. Using 3 HP and 3 AP, the user can propel themselves higher with a single leap, allowing them to land on a surface they can stand on. Okay, so someone put in the D&D leap here. That's what this is. Let's see here. So, how do we fix leap? How do we fix leap here? Let's see. How do we fix jump? Let's see. You said something about jump that made you angry. What was it? Fuck, did it get deleted? Where is this fucking thing? Oh. The 5e jump doesn't let you move farther, it just lets you jump for more of your movement. What? What on earth? How many here? This is annoying me. D&D 5e jump spell. Jump. You touch a creature. The creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. What? Only move 30 feet. Okay, we'll put this down below. We'll figure this out. Using, not in bold. Using 3 HP and 3 AP. You funnel energy, you funnel power down through your legs. The muscles bulging and straining with unnatural strength. When the hold on. You can through your legs or the legs of a creature you can touch. There we go. Using 3 HP and 3 AP, you can funnel power down through your legs or the legs of a creature you can touch. The muscles bulging and straining with unnatural strength. When the when a entity under the effects of leap jump, they are propelled upwards and forwards. Let's see, upwards and forwards 20 feet. Traveling in a straight line. Let's see. When the entity lands, their muscles absorb the strain and impact with their imbued strength, causing no damage to the leaper. So how does that look exactly? So leap, using 3 HP and 3 AP, you can funnel power down through your legs or the legs of a creature you can touch. The muscles bulging and straining with unnatural strength. When an entity under the effects of leap jump, they propelled forwards and upwards 20 feet, traveling in a straight line. When the entity lands, their muscles absorb the strain and impact with their imbued strength, causing no damage to the leaper. How's that sound exactly? Already better? Okay. It's not really a spell superhero landing. Oh, hey, yeah. Hold on. That's a good one. Hold on. I see my reading editor is coming in. Hello, Franner. Okay. Super hero landing. Okay, so we'll go to leap. We'll make it a bit different. This one's going to do damage on the way in, I believe. That's the way to differentiate it from regular leap. Okay. Copy this. Scroll. Alright. Using 3 HP and 3 AP, you can funnel power down. Let's see, we'll make this actually 10 HP and 5 AP. You can funnel power down through your legs or legs of a creature you can touch, most spells from their natural strength. However, unlike other spells of this nature, when the entity under the effects of superhero landing jump, they are propelled. I make it actually a bit more because it's technically a damage spell. We get 15 HP. They're propelled forward and upwards 30 feet. Magic begins to condense and let's see, condense and crackle along the feet or footwear of the entity, and when they land on a hard surface, so this would be a balance thing because you can't do super landing into water. It'd be a hard surface. Oh, pirate, hold on. Goomba stomp? I mean, yeah, technically you could say that. Let's see. So, thank you, personality. Jesus. Okay. Superhero landing. Magic begins to condense and crackle along the feet or footwear of the entity, and when they land on a hard surface, the magical energy, the magical blood energies detonate, causing a small shockwave of blunt damage, I would say. Every creature or entity within a 15-foot radius takes, we'll say, let's see, math. Let's see, let's see. What's an appropriate damage modifier for this? 4d12 does sound funny. Maximum damage of 48. Could get a few criticals when you do this.
Harpy dropkick from God.
Harpy dropkick from God. I mean, yeah, you could say that. Let's see. Oh, do you think call it superhero landing or? Let's see. Well, I don't know. Dropkick's not as funny though. Let's see. 2d4 damage? Nah, it's not enough. This is a learn spell. People are going to be taking time and reading books and shit to learn this. You got to make it worth their while. Worth their while. Let's see here. Takes, we'll say 4d12. 4d12. Takes 4d12 damage and must pass a grit save, a DC 12 grit save to not be knocked prone. The entity landing, must take, we'll say 6d12 blunt damage. We'll say 6d12 minus. How do you word this properly? Oh, so minus their brawn attribute. There you Okay, so superhero landing. Using 15 HP and 5 AP, you can funnel power down through your legs or the legs of a creature you can touch, the muscles bulging and straining with unnatural strength. However, unlike other spells of this nature, when the entity is under the effects of superhero landing under the effects of a superhero landing jump, they propelled forwards and upwards 30 feet. Magic begins to condense and crackle along the feet or footwear of the entity, and when they land on a hard surface, the magical blood energies detonate, causing a small shockwave of blunt damage. Every creature or entity within a 15-foot radius of the jumper. Of the jumper takes 4d12 damage and must pass a DC 12 grit save to not be knocked prone. The entity landing must take 6d12 blunt damage minus their brunt attribute. Does that sound proper? Right, proper. Well, the thing is, it's just it's magical energy detonating. It doesn't really matter with weight. Well, again, people are going to want that, aren't they? If you're like a Goliath doing this, you're going to cause a lot more damage. Ooh, let's see. Dramatic impact. Okay, hold on. Dramatic impact. It's going to change where it is, though. Scroll. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Let's see, dramatic impact. It does sound a bit more... Superhero landing sounds more like a meme. But I do like dramatic impact. I still think Franners gets credit, though, for this. Let's see here. Land on a vehicle, same thing. Same thing. Dynamic entry. I think that'd be like through something more than on something. Let's see. Lots of branch speed, that seems fine. Let's make the grit attribute. Let's make it a bit juicy. We'll do 5d12 and then 4d12 for the self damage. And then if a entity or creature is size large, their damage is instead changed to 8d12, and the self damage. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, the DC. The grit save is changed to DC 15, and the self damage changes to 6d12. There we go. How's that? Feet first into hell. Let's see. I do suppose we could try and tie in. Okay. Well, first of all, does this one sound fine to you guys? Dramatic impact. Franner still gets credit for this one because it is technically a superhero landing. But how's this look to you guys? I like it. Yes. Okay. So, how do we tie in a reference to Blood on the Risers, perhaps, or Feet First into Hell, or Splashdown? What's a good name for that one? What do you think? I don't know. Because Feet First into Hell is way too long. 4 words for a spell is long. ODSTs? What do you mean? Oh, the drop pods. I got you. Flame drop. Grand Slam. Call it Grand Slam. Oh, Grand Slam sounds interesting. Inferno Kick? Nah, that's probably trademarked by someone. Bloody Stomp? Nah. Grand Slam sounds interesting. You can use your hands for it. You can come down with your fists first. Or make it like a wrestling move. Oh, a wrestling move. A magical wrestling move called Grand Slam. Let's see. Brimstone Drop. Or lures that got a fire catch. Or lure. If you're aware of these all skeleton party, that's where I first came up with or lure. In case you're curious. I think I'm called Grand Slam actually. Grand Slam. A magical wrestling move created by one of the few blood magicians, few warcasters known to engage in melee combat alongside regular combat troops. For, let's see, we'll do 10 HP and 4 AP. You infuse your arms and fists with unbridled blood magic power. Well, let's see, I do call it blood magic. It's just blood magic. Yeah, blood magic. Blood magic, blood magician, blood caster. Yeah, this all kind of checks out. You infuse your arms and fists with unbridled blood, that's unbridled blood magical power. That sounds stupid. Unbridled magical, unbridled magical energy channeled by blood magic. Unbridled energy channel. There you go. You infuse your arms and fists with unbridled energy channeled by blood magic. And Oni Mage, come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Imagine getting bodied by some fucking magician. Oh, it's just a magician, guys, and he fucking pulls his arm sleeves off. Ah, oh, fuck, it's that guy. Just slams your shit. For 10 HP and 4 AP, you infuse your arms and fists with unbridled energy channeled by blood magic. Who the fuck? Oop. Yes, continue watching. Thank you, sir. Oh, hold on. My dog wants in. Yes, Scotty. Hello, Scotty. Hello. Good dog. Who's a good dog? You're a good dog. Yeah. I know. Well, watch your feet. Okay. Remember, I got a rolly chair. Now grab your little tootsies and pull on them. Remember that? Remember I rolled over your foot this morning and you yelled at me because you were in the wrong fucking place, huh? Remember the rolly chair? Yeah. Alright, go lay down. I'm making spells. Go lay down. Go on your bed. Alright. Bull charge? Ah, I like that one too. When using a folding chair? Oh no. Okay, that's a whole other spell though. Chat, think of a name for a spell involving a fucking folding chair or chair. When using wrestling moves as a melee attack, the damage profile is changed to, let's see, the current profile for a wrestling move attack is in the melee section. Melee actions. Wrestling move does D12 plus brawn. Okay. Change to 4D12 plus brawn. Blunt damage. As you slam your target into the ground with no regard or...
To the show, holy shit, it's almost been 2 years.
2 years. Goddamn, Thusula. The enfolding end. Have a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat. Just blast him with a fucking magical chair. That's pretty funny. I like that. Grand Slam. When using wrestling moves as a melee attack, the damage profile is changed to 4d12 plus brawn blunt damage as you slam your target into the ground with no regard or respect for their well-being or feelings. Let's see. I can't say the cream. What can I say? Is the cream rises trademarked? Or is he dead? Will always rise to the top. Okay, so I like take a seat. That's a funny spell name. From the top rope. I like take a seat. I like take a seat. All right, take a seat. QRST. Take a seat. Blood warcasters have begun a strange cult-like adherence to human wrestling culture, even taking it so far to create a way to summon a chair of their choice in order to crush someone with it. So they're going to be summoning chairs. Macho Man's dead. I mean, that's sad. Same time, he will live on in the Veil Rider book. This is what matters. Halftime meme spell. Set yourself on fire. Here's my spell. Step 1. Set yourself on fire. Like, what the chair of their choice. Okay. We'll say warcasters. Again, warcasters have begun a strange cult-like some warcasters have begun a strange cult-like adherence to human wrestling culture, even taking it so far as to create a way to summon a chair of their choice in order to crush someone with it. For we'll say 10 HP, because these are advanced spells. 10 HP and 4 AP. The Blood Magician summons a chair style of their choice. Though the what's a funny name for a steel chair? What's a steel chair name or nickname? Let's see. So say you could summon a stool or a rocking chair, but like a funny name for a folding chair or like a nickname for a folding. Oh, okay. Though the popular choice is the steel special, an odd kind of human folding chair normally seen at festivities and social gatherings. Steel special. The steel chair. Not a steel chair, no, the steel chair. Let's see. Again, some warcasters have begun a strange cult-like adherence to human wrestling culture, even taking it so far as to create a way to summon a chair of their choice in order to crush someone with it. For 10 HP and 4 AP, the Blood Magician summons a chair style of their choice, though the popular choice is the Steel Special, an odd kind of human folding chair normally seen at festivities and social gatherings. When this summoned chair is slammed down onto their target. Oh, I know. Oh, let's make this lethal damage. Oh my. Okay. And Thusla, you missed it, yes. So here's the thing, though. There are different kind of damage types. I'll explain these things to you. So there's somewhere in here. That's the damage. Okay. There's blazing. There's blunt. There's burning. There's crushing. I could do crushing or lethal. So crushing is, it just goes through any armor. You know, shields, armor, don't matter. It's crushing damage. Whack! There's no absorbing this or resisting this. However, lethal magic is if that chair takes you down to negative HP, it fucking kills you. So like fatal and lethal, if those damage types take you down into negative HP, you are fucking dead. It is lethal or fatal. So what do you guys think? Call it crushing for balance, or make it full fucking retard and go full lethal magical damage? Because a part of me says crushing will be more balanced, but to have a lethal magical fucking chair that you summon and then beat your opponent with, that does sound pretty funny to me. Lethal? I mean, lethal does sound a lot more fun. Full lethal smear needs to cripple. Well, I mean, Sonny, if you do take your opponent into negative HP, it will definitely cripple them to death. You deserve to kill. Okay, we'll do lethal. Same on to target. It does, we'll do 6d10 lethal damage. As the chair explodes into pieces. So basically, some of the chair, whack, smash it down, whack, and that chair's going to shatter. As the chair magically explodes pieces, causing 1d10 piercing damage to in a 5-foot radius. So how's the spell work? For 10 HP and 4 HP, you summon a chair of your choice, whether it's a stool or like a bar stool, rocking chair, king's throne, whatever. And we'll say you summon the steel special, the steel folding chair. When you swack it onto your fucking target, it does 6d10 lethal damage, and the chair explodes into pieces. When these magically charged pieces explode out, they do 1d10 piercing damage to anything within 5 feet of you. So it's kind of like a mini shrapnel bomb. Fun? Not fun? Dumb? Try again? What do you think? Take a seat. That won't be a speaking spell, Flash. That's definitely a blood magic spell. For sure. Great, yeah. Fun and dumb, the best combo. Well, I do aim to please. The wrestling arsenal expands. It is dumb, but in a good way. I do aim to please. Well, it is single target. It's just that AoE is only in a 5-foot radius as parts fly off of it. Dancing Blades, a rare offensive spell taught to the warcasters who follow Itis and bend their backs to the mastery of the spell. Using 20 HP and 2 AP, the caster summons 6 glowing blades that slowly tumble and spin around them for 1 minute. Each blade deals 1d8 damage and can attack a target within 10 feet of the caster. These blades roll 1d20 plus 8 to hit and cause criticals on 19 and 20. And cause double damage. Double damage. On a roll of 19 and 20. These blades can only attack once per turn. So this spell would be 6 attacks once per turn in addition to anything else you do. I believe 6d8 is well balanced enough. Because still has a hit, 1d8. I'll take the cost down to 15 HP in that regard. Good night, guard. Good night, Thusla. Good night. Summon the toilet. Well, Cobalt, okay, well, okay. Is slammed down on their target in a melee strike. There. Because all melee strikes are default 5 feet. Or touching. So that will take care of that problem. Yeah, so I think with the melee strike, it makes sense. Because all melee strikes are default 5 feet. Or contact. What is another spell, my friends? What is another spell you don't see enough in RPGs? Or TTRPGs? A spell like, why does this thing not fucking exist? Because we got Take a Seat and the Grand Slam. A magical swirly? No, Spartan! It's too far, Spartan. Boil water? What? You just want to boil water? That's all you want to do? Boil water? It can cause trees to explode? I mean, the Spotlight. Sleep spell, but also gives nightmares. I mean, User centralized AoE attacks. Well, the heat spell, I can see what Cobalt wants, and it's a thing that a lot of players use to cheat and like game the system. Like, oh, I'll heat his armor up, so if I can't touch it, there's that kind of shit. Magic Money Bank. What the fuck is that, Cody? Magic Money Bank. User centralized AoE attacks. I mean, we have technically explosion's one of those. Technically, if you want to get down to it, that technically can be a centralized AoE attack. Just if you fuck up. A fire spell that creates a cone like a flamethrower. You mean like a Oh, okay. Oh, actually, the big, it's a non-flamethrower spell. What would you call that? What's a fire? Let's see. Blaze, bonfire, heat, inferno, flames, flare. Scorching, searing, pyre. Pyre's a very fancy name. Pyre. Let's see. Pyre. Cursed coinage. Pyre. Pyre lament. Pyre of what, chat? Okay, chat. Think here. Pyre of what? Pyre. My throat is fucking dying on me. Be a last spell, chat. Last spell. Pyre of what? Pyre of. LMNOP. QRSTVWXYZ. So the Pyre of lies. This is not gonna hurt. Pyre of wrath. Pyre of wrath is, let's see, wrath. Because wrath is a very basic word. Pyre of wrath. Pyre of hate. Pyre of fury. Pyre of dander. Rage and wrath are very, very basic terms. What it could be. Pyre of power. It's gotta be cool. Pyre of ire. Hold on, chat. How about this? Pyre of ire. What was that? Pyre of ire. How's that sound? Trying to think more here. Pyre of ire. Pyre of power is a bit. Pyre of spite. Ooh. Pyre of spite. Pyre of light. Well, if it was like a beam spell, light would work. But this is a flame spell, so light won't quite change. Pyre of spite's got a good ring to it. Pyre of spite. See, Pyre of ire or Pyre of spite. Pyre of flaming rats. What the fuck? Tears of Allure could work. Like Tears of Allure. Because Allure is the god of fire, the primordial god of fire. Sneeze of Allure. Hold on, let's see. Sneeze of Allure. So Pyre of Spite, Pyre of Ire. Oop. Pyre of Ire. So Pyre of Pain. Pyre of Pain. Again, it'd be like Pyre of Agony, if anything. Pain's a very basic word. You want to avoid basic words when you're doing the lament of Allure. I don't think Allure gets lamentful when he's casting fire. Allure would enjoy casting fire. He wouldn't lament casting fire. Fire pyre. Is that vampires on fire? A fire pyre? So Pyre of Spite, Pyre of Ire, Pyre of Agony, Tears of Allure, or Sneeze of Allure. Orlure's Delight. Coom of Orlure. Spartan, you calm down. You calm down, Spartan. Orlure's Coomin, bruh. Bwah. Yeah. Calm down, Spartan. Calm down, Spartan. Orlure's Delight sounds interesting. Fits the mood though. Orlure's Delight. Let's see. For a cone of fire spell, Orlure's Delight would sound interesting. It would fit the Aura of Beatus. Who the hell said Aura of Beatus 60 feet? What the fuck? I just saw that on Facebook. Who did that? Aura of Beatus, a radius 60 feet. I just saw that shit. Oh my god. Mirth of Orlure. Mirth and Delight. That does sound like Orlure casting fire magic. Orlure's Embrace could be a whole other fucking spell. Orlure's Embrace. Okay, no. Let's try to focus on this one here. This cone of fire spell. I think Orlure's Delight sounds very backdoorish. Like, oh yeah, I learned Orlure's Delight. Oh cool, what's that do? And you flame an entire platoon to death in a fucking trench. I think Orlure's Delight actually. I like the pyre up idea until we saw Orlure's Delight. That one, I think that's the winner there actually. Orlure's Delight. LMNO. Orlure's Wink and Orlure's Delight. Also, I wanted to point out, someone mentioned a teleportation spell. Orlure's Wink is one of those, I believe. Or is it not? Oh, no. That's the blinding spell. Spicy baked treat, yeah. Orlure's Delight. Orlure is always happy to share the warmth of fire to all those in need. Though he does take a dark humor with sharing the purifying flame to those deemed in need of it. When a caster... Oh, no, for 15 HP, because it is a cone spell. 15 HP, and we'll do 6 AP. Because this could target multiple targets. So it's going to be costly and at least AP and a little bit of HP. Common side effect. Orlure Spicy Hot Sauce. Oh, a one-time use item to cast a spell, but you have to literally spit it out at the target and take damage from imbibing. Oh! So you're actually spitting... Oh, fuck, Franner. Come on. I gotta put that in there now. Shit. Okay, hold on. Chat, put a pin in that. Hold on. And for 6 AP, you the caster claps their hands together and channels a roaring wave of fire and heat, cascading out in a, let's say, 25-foot cone. All creatures and entities within this cone of damage take, let's see here, let's make this kind of funny, shall we? We'll actually do 6d4. Now, actually we'll do 8d4. So the idea is, it is only 8d4, but I want the shattering d4s to kind of simulate things catching on fire. Yeah, 8d4 blazing damage. So it's blazing because blazing is magical heat, while burning is regular heat. It's like fire spells a whack, that's blazing magical, while like being on fire is like burning. Alright. So, let's see. Orlira is always happy to share the warmth of fire to all those in need, though he does take a darker humor. I'd take a darker humor when with sharing the purifying flame to those deemed in need of it. For 15 HP and 6 AP, the caster claps their hands together and channels a roaring wave of fire and heat, cascading out in a 25-foot cone. All creatures and entities within this cone of damage take 8d4 blazing damage. There we go. I think that works. How does that sound, boys? Because 8d4 may like be bunk, but you can kind of simulate things catching on fire and burning as the d4s have a higher chance of shattering. Dark Delight. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Take a Dark Delight. You mean like this? Like that? Dark Delight? Setting yourself on fire? Oh, Sonny, never change. Never change. Though he does take a dark delight with sharing the purifying flame to those deemed in need of it. For 15 HP and 6 AP, the caster claps their hands together and channels a roaring wave of fire and heat, cascading out in a 25-foot cone. All creatures and entities within this cone of damage take 8d4 blazing damage. Yeah, okay. Okay, so Franner said, or lure spicy hot sauce. We'll do, hold on, we'll go down to the S's real quick. We'll do sauce. It's S-A-U. Sauce of Orlur. Let's see. Was it sauce or just like spicy sauce? Surrogate sauce. Scorching sauce. Scorching sauce? Scorching sauce of Orlur. How's that look? Scorching sauce. Screaming sauce. Spitting sauce. Sauce of Orlur. What was it? Mouth for the humans. See a human? It's kind of mid, actually. I don't know. Oh, that'd be an item. Okay, hold on. We'll end this on an item. Actually, this shouldn't be a spell. It's an item. We'll go to. Where'd I put it? There we go. We'll call it Beckoner. Would be a Beckoner or a Strife. Or it would be a drug. Ooh, make it a drug. Fuck yeah. Hold on here. Was it scorching sauce? Yes, a damaging drug that causes damage when spit. Ooh. Well, an item an item, a drug, or a spell. What do you think, chat? An item, a drug, or a spell? So what do you think, guys? An item, a drug, or a spell? This sauce.
We'll back out, baby. Okay.
Oh, how'd you back out? Let's see. Item. Okay, so it was an item. Okay, not a drug. Fine. We'll do it. We'll call it a whispered secret. Let's see. Scorching. Nope, not that. Spitting sauce. Spitting sauce? Scorching sauce? Let's see. Spitting sauce. Savory sauce. What's up, dear? Oh. Dog. Savory sauce of allure. That sounds very sneaky. I like that. Savory sauce of allure. Hit a little different, yeah. Man, this secret item hit a little different. God damn. Oh, it's a time for lore. I can put lore in this item. Excellent. Okay. When Dakota Dregs began creating and growing the rare human peppers brought along from the earth, from the rare peppers brought along from the human realm of earth. They were deemed especially dangerous for the Vale folk, as no such plants were found natively to the planet. However, when created and pressed into a sauce, the peppers were found to imbue meals with unknown and exciting flavors. Though the majority of Vale folk found themselves cursing and running to the healers as soon as their stomach processed these spicy, savory, or sweet sauces. One such religious order, under the gaze of Orlur, the god of fire. Let's see. Make sure that's accurate. Orlur. Yeah, from Orlur, god of fire. Okay. Ooh. Lost myself. There we go. The god of fire. One religious order under the gaze of Orlur, the god of fire, began to test their faith and fortitude by ingesting these sauces as a religious trial. There we go. Were so beloved by Orlur that offerings of the little glass bottles became more valuable than gems, gold, or even rare herbs. Let's see. These sauces and their heat and their scorching heat were so beloved by our lure that offerings of little glass bottles became more valuable than gems, gold, or even rare herbs. Those who mastered and overcame the... What's a funny name for like a hot sauce trial? Hot sauce trial. Come on, boys. Hot sauce trial. What's a good hot sauce trial? The Trials of Sauce sounds kind of funny. Trials of shit. What's like a no, we can't use hot ones. Hot ones is trademarked. We cannot use hot ones. That'd be funny. I doubt they'll ever let me, but it would be funny. Oh, hold on. DA sauce. The trials of the hot ones. Trials of the hot ones. Because it's not the hot, not hot ones. Let's see. Trial of the hot gates. There we go. Those who mastered and overcame the trials of the hot gates, becoming immune to the effects of these human peppers and enjoying them in the same fashion as humans, gained the ability to create a special vial of blessed hot sauce. There we go. Blessed hot sauce. It burns the other. Trial of the burning tongues. Oh. Trials of the tongues. There we go. Trials of the tongues. I like that. The Trials of the burning ring. That's author. Come on now. The Trial of the burning ring. The burning ring trials. Those who mastered and overcame the trials of the tongues became immune to the effects of these human peppers and becoming. Those who mastered and overcame the trials of the tongues became immune. Became blessed. Those who mastered and overcame the trials of the tongues became blessed, becoming immune to the effects of these human peppers and enjoying them in the same fashion as humans. Those who failed instead had to once again suffer under the trials of the ring. Trials of the burning ring. Trials of the burning ring. Bearing both pain of digestion and the sniggering of their fellow imbibers, fellow members of the order, fellow members of their order. Those who succeeded gained the ability to create a special vial of blessed hot sauce. Gauntlet of Scoville. Alright. This sauce, when ingested into the mouth activates, giving the user a spitting weapon that can hit targets within a 10-foot cone. This sauce, when ingested into the mouth, activates, giving the user a spitting weapon that can hit targets within a 10-foot cone. Anything caught within the area of the cone takes, let's see, caustic damage. Yeah, maybe caustic damage. Yeah. Takes 6d4 caustic damage, and the bear must also take 6d4 caustic damage. We'll do 8d4 and then 64 to self, unless they have passed the trials of the tongues. Hey, how about that? the eyes. Let's see. If the sauce is spit into the eyes, spit into unprotected eyes, the target becomes permanently blind as the blessed magical hot sauce burns through their soft tissue. All right. Last thing of the night. The savory sauce of Orleur. Franner's on fire. Goddamn. Savory sauce of Orleur. When Dakota Dregs, who's a character in the book, if y'all remember, when Dakota Dregs began recreating and growing the rare peppers brought along from the human realm of Earth, they were deemed especially dangerous for the Vale folk, as no such plants were found natively to the planet. However, when created and pressed into a when blended and pressed into a sauce, the peppers were found to imbue meals with unknown and exciting flavors. Though the majority of the Vale folk, not a roll there. Though the majority of the Vale folk found themselves cursing and running to the healers as soon as their stomach processed these spicy, savory, or sweet sauces. One such religious order, under the gaze of Orleur, the god of fire, began to test their faith and fortitude by ingesting these sauces as a religious trial. These sauces and their scorching heat were so beloved by Orleur that offerings of little glass bottles became more valuable than gems, gold, or even rare herbs. Those who mastered and overcame the trials of the tongues became blessed, becoming immune to the effects of these human peppers and enjoying them in the same fashion as humans. Those who failed instead had to once again suffer under the trials of the burning ring, bearing both pain of digestion and the sniggering of their fellow members of the order. Those who succeeded gained the ability to create a small special vial of blessed hot sauce. This sauce, when ingested into the mouth, activates, giving the user a spitting weapon that can hit targets within a 10-foot cone. Anything caught within the area of the cone takes 8d4 caustic damage, and the bear must also take 64 caustic damage unless they have passed the trials of the tongues. If the sauce is spit into, or actually I'm saying onto, because it eats through the flesh. It's caustic damage. Unprotected eyes. For example, if they are not wearing eye protection, helmets, eye covers, etc. If the sauce is spit onto unprotected eyes, for example, if they're not wearing eye protection, helmets, eye covers, etc., that target becomes permanently blind as the blessed magical hot sauce burns through their soft tissue, eating its way into the eye with sizzling efficiency. There we go. Alright, what do you think, chat? Grit safe? Nah. This is blessed hot sauce, bruh. Best be careful around these guys, cause they don't fuck around. It's eggplant. Hey, it's eggplant. They were finally been trying to find you. Eggplant. I'm trying to find eggplant all fucking morning, and I think James actually helped me find him. Send this to Dakota real quick. That's HG, that's right. Let's see. You get a kick out of this. Alright. So chat, what do you think? Nice and spicy. All right, chat. So I think this is my last thing we're going to do today, because we're sitting at 2.5 hours and my voice is Fucking tearing up. Tearing up. Oh my gosh. Enjoy the thought of seasoning my enemies. I love the way I season my enemies. Oh my goodness. Well, hope you guys had fun helping me create some items, create some spells, doing questions and lore searching with me. True Earth Ink. Why'd I forget that? God, I've got so many notes I got to keep track of. My gosh. Anywho, I'm gonna go drink some tea with some honey and lemon in it and go to bed. I'm tired. My voice should be fine enough for the game Saturday. Well, I'll see you guys then. But until then, good night, take care, and I'm gonna keep working on this book. Individual CCs, I'll say you have to other the CCs for sure. But anyway, good night. And actually, I may have to write the trials, don't I? Fuck. Anyway, good night.